So I doubled my focus and attention span, and I also started working up to 10 hours daily in under a month. And I remember like the first time I worked hard, I felt so proud of myself. And so if you want to be able to discipline your mind and do it without even trying, then this video will help you shift your energy from a beta dopamine scrolling addict to a disciplined and hardworking individual. In this video, I'll be going over how to remove distractions, how to start learning energetically, plus one single important secret that you need to always stay disciplined. So, number one, how to remove distractions. I remember being very confused about what to do to consistently show up and do the work and put in some work in my business. I felt so unhappy and angry all of the time, so I started being angry at my mom. Like whenever she would come in to check on me, I would start shouting on her and, just tell her to go away. And whenever my family needed me, I would just ignore them. It felt like I never got out of this confusion, and I felt like I had so much doubt about my business. But one day I came across some information that told me to eliminate distractions, and boom, I just started gaining focus and I felt the pleasure of doing hard work. And so, if you don't remove the distractions in your life, how are you ever going to see results in your life and business? Like, bro, you can sit down and you can just work 1 or 2 hours every now and then. But what about the days that you're missing out on? What about the lucky days? What about the guy who's in the exact same situation as you are right now, but he's working whilst watching this video. He's taking notes while watching this video. What about that guy? Like he's exactly the same as you, but he works twice as hard. So the way I removed my distractions, right? I first of all deleted all of the apps on my phone that I didn't need. So it goes for gaming apps, social media, and all sort of useless apps. And I also put some extensions on my browser so that whenever I was on my laptop trying to work, I just was never distracted. I started creating alternative options for myself. So whenever I felt like doom scrolling, I started doing push-ups. Like whenever the thought occurred to me that, oh, I want to watch some social media, I started doing 5 push-ups. I used to take a walk whenever I needed entertainment, and whenever I felt bored and I came to my phone, I started putting on podcasts. I would put on a Hamza long form video or some other long form educational video. By the way, I help people remove distractions, especially entrepreneurs. You can hop on a call with me tomorrow and, it's just free to start. So click the first link and you won't regret, by the way. Anyways, back to the video. It'll be a bit of work, but, just try to fix your environment, and fixing it is key. If you want more clients, if you want more muscle, if you want more money, the truth is that you need to fix your environment. You need to fix the area that you actually do the work and that you actually live in. And the benefit of doing that is that you will feel proud of yourself. You will get more hours of work and you will have more free will to do what you want than be a mindless scrolling zombie controlled by people of social media who invent social media. And you will have free will and you won't be controlled. And to give you an example, imagine waking up one day. Imagine there's a guy called John. Now, John wakes up every single day. And do you know how he starts his day? He starts it by taking his phone and then he checks all the messages. And once he's done with that, he sees, oh, there's a new YouTube video from my favorite YouTuber. Yeah, by the way. No, that's, it could be, it's true. But yeah, he watches the video. He clicks on the video and he watches the whole video and he's like, ah, nice. Oh, there was this show I was watching on Netflix. Maybe I should continue watching that. And so he goes on to Netflix and he watches another YouTube video. Not YouTube's, a Netflix video. And once he's done with all of that, then he starts to go to the washroom and, do his pretty little morning routine, like brushing his teeth and stuff. And when he finally comes down to start working after 3 or 4 hours later, he can't focus. He literally can't sit down and do the work because he has been distracted and all of his energy has been literally absorbed from him. And so that just shows that, man, fix your distractions, right? Fix your environment. Number two, how to keep learning energetically. YouTube has a lot of information, and I always felt like I wanted to learn everything so badly that I kept watching every video thinking that it was the answer to all of my problems. I felt like I had accomplished a big thing if I watched a long hour video, and the rest of the day I used to feel productive. Yeah, I was like, oh, I've done something, man. I've watched a whole YouTube video. But soon it became obvious, right, that I was not getting any results. And it felt very depressing to just watch so many videos and not make progress. So one day I decided to, grab a notebook and start making notes. And guess what happened? I started taking more action. I was learning and then I was taking action by writing. Like, it was a small action, but I was still taking action. And thus I was applying faster and I was getting more done. And so understand that if you don't take notes, you won't have anything to look back on and implement in your life. Like, what's the point of watching a 1 hour long video on meditation if the teenager who watches it meditates once and then he never meditates again? Like, there's no point. So, the way I started taking notes was that I would, first of all, make bold headings when a certain topic was being discussed. Then I listened to the guy and I thought about what he said for a second. And after I did that, I wrote it in points in a flowchart. And to give you an example, let's say you're making notes on what could be a good example? Oh yeah, let's say you're making notes on how to wake up early. So maybe the video is talking about sleeping on time and getting more sleep and reading before you go to bed, right? So you're gonna go like, okay, sleeping early, right? And then after that, I listen what he's talking about. Okay, I'm gonna just listen for 2-3 minutes. Then I'm gonna pause the video. Then I'm gonna be like, all right, what did he say? Okay, this is what he said. He said X, Y, Z. To sleep early, I need to just switch off my phone. I need to stop talking to people. I need to stop eating 1 hour before. Blah blah blah. You get the point, right? And once I've done that, I've just understood all of that information. I write it in my own words in points, like in a flowchart. So that's how you make notes. And so taking notes definitely might sound like a boring and a hard task, but if you want to progress and you want to feel proud of yourself and you want to feel more purposeful, then you need to take notes. And the benefit of this is that you will literally learn 10 times better. You will have less problems to solve in your daily life, and work will be much more simpler than it used to be. And yeah, that's the thing, man. Just imagine there's a guy called Jack who takes notes, right? So this guy, he watches a video and he takes notes. Now, what's going to end up happening is that he'll learn more, and later on in the day or maybe in the week, he'll start applying the information faster. And then there is a guy called Jack. Now, Jack does not take notes, yeah, right? He just watches a video. He he puts on 1 to 2 hour long videos, right? He watches 5 hour long growth operating guide, and then he just never takes action on it, right? And once he does that, once he never takes action, once he never takes notes, he's gonna end up watching less. Like he's gonna end up watching less, and he's gonna stop taking notes. He's never gonna take notes in the first place, and he'll feel like useless. A bit productive, sure, but in a day or so, he'll feel useless. Point number 3, the secret that will give you endless discipline. Okay, so for those of you who have been sticking around, good job, because the secret to discipline is literally just not spending time in distracting environments. So every guy who is disciplined spends more times in situations that will keep him disciplined rather than places which will keep him distracted. So situations like bad friends, parties, bad devices, bad apps, just being in your comfort zone the whole time, etc. These are situations that are, distraction full situations. And so if you spend less time in a distracted environment, you will always be able to control yourself. By the way, if you're enjoying this, you can join my free Telegram community. loaded with sauce, man. It's linked below. And so yeah, that's the video, man. So energy, right? The whole energy shift, the whole point of watching this video is that energy is like water, right? Imagine there's a river full of water, clean water. I hope it's clean water. And it's going on in a certain direction, and you're standing in a different direction. If you want to get wet, you have to position yourself so that you stand in between in between the path of the river. Now imagine this river is energy, right? Energy is flowing, but you're not in the position of energy. What you need to do is you need to position yourself in such a way that you can get wet. Wet. I don't know why that's one. Wet. And so you can absorb some of that energy. Yeah, just position yourself with that. And by the way, there's a rumor that if you subscribe, I think you get more energy. Bye.